What you were saying about that?
It looked similar to Burnout. Is that the comparison? Was that Burnout 1 or Burnout 3?
That was Burnout 3. If you talking about the video that just went up, that was Burnout 3, and that was Dangerous Driving, side by side.
Okay. It's very similar. It's just newer graphics. It looks different to me. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, you know, especially with the, I guess maybe new technology or things of that nature. They just probably just got to work some stuff out. Well, I think people complain about the appeal of it, you know, because I remember looking at it and I was like, it's similar. It does look similar to Burnout. It doesn't look bad, you know, but I know it kind of feel kind of weird looking at it, you know, even side by side and seeing the similarities to both. It's pretty much close to the same game, to be honest.
Yeah, I can understand where some of that's coming from. I think part of it is the interface, part of it is the font that's being used. You know, Burnout had a specific type of font that it used for its games. The cutaways, the crash cutaways are different too. Like the cutaways on Dangerous Driving, when you ram a car off the road, transitions directly to that car, and then it blanks off, and then it goes back to wherever you're at in the race. On Burnout 3, what the camera does when you knock somebody off the side of the road, the camera actually goes from your car to their car. And after that little 3 second thing, then the camera switches all the way back to your car fast. You know what I'm saying? And so the transition, I think, of course, it looks better on Burnout 3 than it does on the new. Now, keep in mind that these are also two different engines. Burnout 3 was made with the Renderware engine, and Dangerous Driving is made with the Unreal Engine. So that may have something to do with it. I'm not necessarily sure.
I think so. You know, like for me, looking at Dangerous Driving, I'm like, it looks good, it's up to date, but it doesn't look the same as Burnout 3 does to me. And maybe them working on that engine will come better with time. I just think
it will.
There's some, you know, for me, it's just there's something's missing. I think people should be tripping about it if they find out that those people who did do
the Burnout series,
is doing Dangerous Driving. They're like, oh, okay. It's just basically a continuation, except it's a different engine.
The crazy thing is, even when you tell some of them, they still will talk crap. Like, even if you tell them that these are the same devs that made the Burnout series, they are still, they're still acting, you know, all high and mighty about it. Oh, this looks generic. Oh, this looks this, and this looks that, and not really understanding that you're working from the ground up. They don't have that big team that they used to have to make these Burnouts. It's like starting over, you know what I'm saying? But the good thing about it is at least it's not Burnout 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's just starting all over again, you know, so long as it's fun. I mean, hell, people play Blur all damn day. Will y'all be playing Dangerous Driving too, or what?
I got the game.
I will when they come out with multiplayer, when they put multiplayer on it, yeah.
Save you.
I mean, yeah, of course. One of the selling points was the power-ups like Mario Kart and other games. And people played the hell out of Blur, and it was way more generic than what I saw on the screen yesterday. The only thing I had, Dangerous
Driving.
The only thing is like when they would use the boost, it felt weird. It looked weird to me. When they used the boost compared to Burnout, it looks different. It seems different to me. And I remember just thinking in my head, like, why does it seem so weird? That's all. That's why I was up there, like, maybe it can get better over time. And
I mean,
they can work all over.
Yeah, you know, if you look at the small team and what they had to work up to get to that point, like they released Dangerous Golf, they released Danger Zone 1, Danger Zone 2, which the Danger Zones are basically like the crash modes of Burnout. And so now they have been able to work their way up to a Dangerous Driving. Dangerous Driving should be the game to get them back into, I don't know if this is even possible to do, if they can get supported like that, but say the next game is Dangerous Driving 2. This is when you will see things get built up on. When you see Dangerous Driving 2, then you will see things start to come into the fold a little bit more with the game. And I think probably even past Burnout 3. Because what we have right now, and for those that haven't played the Burnout series and they only started at Burnout 3, what we have right now with dangerous driving is somewhere between Burnout 3 and Burnout 2. So it has the effects and a lot of the modes and different things of Burnout 3, but it has the maps, the tracks of Burnout 2, which Burnout 2 has some very long tracks. That's what this dangerous driving reminds me of, because they don't have the city tracks and all that type of stuff that everybody's used to yet, but it will come. It will come in time. So that's one of the things that might make it look a little weird too, because they don't have any city, not yet, but it will come. That's why I support the game. Unlike a lot of people that's just talking smackety smack. If you a Burnout, not a Burnout, even Burnout 3, but if you're a Burnout series player, you've been playing Burnout. I've been playing Burnout since Burnout 1 on the original Xbox. So yeah, I'm going to be supportive of this game, Dangerous Driving, because I already know what I want to play, what we all want to play. We all want to get back to that point before it went to Burnout Paradise. We don't necessarily want Burnout Paradise. Some people want Burnout Paradise because mostly those people they started late with Burnout. You know, there's people that started late and they just started at Burnout 3. There's people that started late and they started at Burnout Paradise. But I played the work up to Burnout 3 and Burnout Revenge, you know? So those two games are the games I'm really looking forward to in that area. And I want to see the evolution of those rather than any open world Burnout or stuff like that. I really don't think Burnout should be open world. I think it should be what it has always been, because that's where it's always shined, you know?
You mean what, Pacific tracks and all that? You know,
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm fine with them having Pacific tracks. I like Burnout 3. I was indifferent about Burnout Paradise, and I didn't play it that long to begin with, so I can't have a crazy strong opinion about. I didn't like it per se, but I didn't enjoy it like Burnout 3. So, so for me, I would say out my mouth that Burnout 3 was one of the few last games that was really good. The last good racers that I played, I liked Dirt. What was it? Dirt 2? Was that Dirt 2?
Yeah, that was Dirt 2. Yeah.
I love Dirt 2. I really loved I liked the Disney racers with the ATVs and the
Pure. Yeah.
Pure, and I really love Split Second. I love Split Second. Yeah, Split Second is one of the last great racing games that I played, you know?
It's too bad Borderlands 2 didn't go down, but at least. Oh, you mother! Oh, man! Oh, shit! Dang, bro, you angry?
No! Don't sound angry.
What made you do that, man? Why me, man? Why I gotta get it?
Me. Curse you, f***er, man.
What I do, man? Do shit.
F***er, man.
What are you talking about, man?
Don't shit around when I got the lead, man. Take that, you f***er.
What are you doing? We ain't cool peoples?
It doesn't look like it, man. Shit.
What the hell?
So
Yeah.
anything that can provide that type of market or those type of racers, I'm all for. I'm not necessarily for all simulation racers.
I agree with that.
So you know.
Same here.
So you know, if you got variety and you got certain things that are present, then I am all in and all for to begin with. And I just like really good driving and unique. If it's gonna be arcade, like something good and extreme, something that I probably haven't seen before, something interesting tracks. If you're gonna have it open world, just make sure that you know the people or the stuff in the world is interesting to keep my attention. So that's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, I have nothing to give to. I think open world races are cool, but as far as like what I'm looking for in an arcade game, I don't think I have much to give to an open world racer. Burnout Paradise to me lost the. For example, I'm gonna go back to Burnout 3, but that's because I love. Okay, Burnout 3 was broken into the USA, Europe, and the Far East. I love the Far East scenery. I just love the scenery, man. I love the colors. I love all the, all of the Asian, the art, the objects and everything over there. I love all of that whole scenery. I really enjoy the look of that. You may have like some areas in Burnout Paradise, but they're not areas you're really gonna get used to. It's not really contained in that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just open, it's just everywhere, It doesn't really have that type of appeal to it. And that's what I like about Burnout 3. Burnout 3 has the specific areas that you can enjoy playing and racing in. So yeah, that's a big deal for me. But yeah, I think I will say the true fans, I wish a lot of people that just liked racing period would get behind dangerous driving, but there's so many heavy critics out there that I'm just gonna say the pure fans of Burnout. If you were a pure fan of Burnout, you've been playing Burnout since the beginning, since Burnout 1, even if you started at Burnout 3, if you started at Burnout 3, support this game, because you can't get another Burnout by saying, I'm just gonna go back and fire up my old PS2 and play some Burnout 3 on it. Like, that's not gonna get you the progression of Burnout. You haven't had good Burnouts since Burnout 3 Takedown and Burnout 3 Revenge. Think about it. You haven't had any. What happened after Burnout Paradise? You got Need for Speed, Most Wanted Paradise 2, basically. Because it pretty much was Burnout Paradise 2, wrapped around some Need for Speed. That's what you got. You didn't get any more Burnouts after that. You didn't get no remasters or nothing. You didn't get no Burnout for years. So now Dangerous Driving comes back to give you the Burnout experience by the people who created Burnout. Now all we have to do is get behind that and back that and keep it moving, keep it progressing, and we will get to the Burnout that we wanted, especially on all systems. We'll get to that Burnout and we'll go beyond that Burnout. We'll get to whatever the next Dangerous Driving may bring. Dangerous Driving 2, then Dangerous Driving 3. Just think about it. At least you didn't have to start at Burnout 1 level of Dangerous Driving. This Dangerous Driving you're at right now is basically between Burnout 3 and Burnout 2. So it has the elements of Burnout 3 there. It has the modes and things like that, the action and all of that stuff, but it also has the map types of Burnout 2, the real long roads of Burnout 2. So there you go. I know everybody don't like that, but it's a start.
You have to support something to get more of it, or get something going into that direction, especially if somebody's starting off. There are too many things that start up good and good enough and have good ideas that don't get supported, and when they don't get supported, you don't see those things no more. So if this team was producing good material already, then you should support that team, especially if they seem like they're going that direction. I mean, I understand that we're coming off of BioWare's fiasco, where people are hesitant to support even teams.
Anthem?
I don't know about Anthem.
No, I think he's talking about. I think he's talking about Mass Effect. But Anthem is Anthem is gonna be an issue too, though. But yeah, I think he's talking about Mass Effect. But yeah,
because people wanted to still support people and they ended up failing or not living up to what they felt like they should. I feel like Dangerous Driving is actually living up to what you're actually looking for, and they're going to progress in the area that you want them to. So
yeah, I agree with that.
That's why.
I agree with that. That's exactly what I'm seeing. All right, since he seems to be sweeping out something right there, I'm gonna leave it right there, and I'm glad he called to have this talk about a great arcade racer, which is the series itself, which is Burnout, and the somewhat rebirth and spiritual successor that is dangerous driving. I'm all behind dangerous driving, and I think you all should be too if you are true fans of not just Burnout, but even the genre itself, even just arcade racing itself. If you like a lot of fast, over-the-top arcade racing, which is starting to see like a heavy decline, especially due to there are a lot of indie racers out there, but they all kind of stop at a certain point. And I don't want to be heavily critical because I think there are good arcade racers out there, but I think you have either the neon arcade racer that looks like Wipeout, or the normal colored arcade racer on that one long track that looks like Wipeout, or you have some arcade racers that are only in the desert. You know, basically that type of stuff. And I'm not being critical or nothing like that. I'm just saying that there's progression that needs to be made, and we have to support the progression. I think in the case of dangerous driving, it's on another route somewhere. You see, dangerous driving, it may look slightly indie, and some people say it looks like a knockoff, which is kind of low, being that it comes from the same upbringing as Burnout itself. It has a better start than Burnout 1, might I add. Burnout 1 ain't even close to what Dangerous Driving 1 is. Not even Burnout 2, with the exception of the tracks. But this is what you should get behind. You should support all the indie guys and things if you want to see those games flourish and grow. But these are developers with a known history. Talented developers, you know what they brought us in the past. Although they had a much, much bigger team to do that with, and that's how you got a game like Burnout 3, Burnout Revenge, those type of things. But they had to grow to that. They didn't just start out at Burnout 3. They started out at Burnout 1, which was a game I got it, and I was playing it for a while, and me and my guys, we was playing it for a while on the dorm, and then one day I took it back to the store. I didn't think it was going to be played all like that. There wasn't too much special to it besides when a car crashes, the way it looked. That looked kind of cool, but it wasn't really much to it. You just had boost or whatever. And all of the guys, it was like, what happened to the game? They noticed that the game was missing. That's how you know you got something. Because even though Burnout 1 wasn't really all that to me, that's how you know you got something when they're asking, where is the game at? And so I was saying to them, I was like, well, I didn't think we would play it all like that. And the next thing I know, when I seen how many people were asking about it, I went back and got the game back from the store. And so we kept that Burnout 1. And when Burnout 2 came out, I went immediately and I got Burnout 2. And I enjoyed Burnout 2. Even though it had some hella long tracks, I enjoyed Burnout 2. And then Burnout 3 was like the dope of everything. Like it was that drug, you know. It just, from there, I don't even know what to say, but we all know. If you're a Burnout 3 fan, you already know the feel. So, especially the lazy generation, quote unquote. So
I don't know why you said that.
well, because they'll know what I'm getting at, you know. They'll know. So yeah, that's that, man. Y'all get behind Dangerous Driving and support it, because we need this. If we're looking for a Burnout, any Burnout type thing in the future, support Dangerous Driving so we can get Dangerous Driving 2, so on and so forth. This is the PDG. We changing a few things around here, so this is the PDG.
PDG?
Yeah, still on the PDElite for now, but this is the PDG. And for everybody out there, all the Burnout 3 fans, all the Burnout series fans, everybody at the PDElite, everybody playing on World at War, Ra here, Mr. Chaos. Where you at, Chaos?
Chill.
All right. And for all of us, we'll holler.
Team Snooki.